everyone, welcome back to another video on the F1 Journal and welcome to the Imola GP Preview. It is called something else but it's too complicated to pronounce. F1 returns to Imola for the first time since 2006, previously known as the San Marino Grand Prix. Imola was the second Italian circuit in a Formula 1 season calendar. The official naming of the circuit, dedicated to late Ferrari founder Enzo Ferrari and his son Alfredo Ferrari, who was tragically passed away at the age of 24. The track held its first F1 race in 1980. I was away for the Portuguese Grand Prix, so I thought I'd give you guys a quick summary of what happened. Lewis Hamilton gained his 92nd win, making him the most successful driver of all time, but it wasn't all smooth sailing. Starting from pole, he was overtaken by Bottas and Sainz from the start, who led the race at one point. It became apparent, though, that most Mercedes drivers were having issues warming up their tyres. However, come lap 20, Hamilton had fire in his belly and accelerated himself back into the lead, where he finished 25 seconds ahead of Bottas in second and Max in the podium. Elsewhere in the field, Kimi Raikkonen found himself up in the points, pushing for points. He found himself from 16th to 6th in the start, but dropped down to 11th. Charles Leclerc, Pierre Gasly, Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez finished 4th to 7th respectively. The four drivers have been lacking in results recently, so they all pulled out of the bag. Perez was subsequently voted driver of the day, storming through the field following a first lap collision with Max Verstappen. The last F1 race in Imola, Michael Schumacher won. A first lap incident was the end for driver Yuji Igi after he hit Christian Albers, sending his car into a succession of rolls, and the car became stationary upside down. Igi was reprimanded after the race by the stewards. The incident was also used as evidence to have ID's super licence withdrawn. Jenson Button started in second, but found himself crossing the line in 7th place due to a dodgy pit stop. Fernando Alonso spent a lot of the race chasing Schumacher in hopes to overtake him, but it was never to be, and finishing off the podium was Juan Pablo Montoya, who went from 7th to 3rd. At the circuit, the 4.909 kilometre racetrack will consist of 63 laps, and drivers will compete a race distance of 309 kilometres. Unlike a lot of racetrack, Imola is anti-clockwise, with 12 left-handers and 9 right-handers. The circuit has been re-L-shaped since F1 last raced here in 2006, meaning the circuit is smoother, putting less stress on the tyres. AlphaTauri are the only team to have a taste of this racetrack so far after using it to do some filming. Sector 1 consists of Turn 1 to Turn 6, Sector 2 is Turn 7 to Turn 13, and Sector 3 is Turn 14 to 21. Turn 2 to Turn 4 is a cluster known as the Variante Tamburello, Turn 5 is the Variante Villeneuve, Turn 7 is Tosa, Turn 9, 10, 10 is Peretola, and Turn 11 is Murinarelli, with Turn 14 and 15 known as Alta, and 19 Rivala. Imola is another track to just have one DRS zone, which is at Turn 19, ready for battles along the pit straight. As there are no Friday sessions at Imola, there will only be 10 sets of tyres available for each driver, 2 sets of hards, 2 sets of mediums, and 3 softs. The tyres that have been brought are C2, C3 and C4. Mercedes can win the Constructors' Championship at Imola this weekend, as long as Aston Martin and Red Bull don't outscore them by 30 points. Verstappen could overtake Bottas in the championship should he outscore him by 18 points, and the fight for 4th in the Drivers' Championship is hotting up, with Ricciardo, Leclerc and Perez separated by just 6 points. Coincidentally, the battle for 3rd is really heating up between Racing Point, McLaren and Renault, which is also separated by 6 points. Lance Stroll will be hoping for a good result after a bad run of form following a crash at the Portuguese Grand Prix with Lando Norris, missing the Eiffel Grand Prix, and he'll want to rediscover the form of Monza, where he got a podium. There's lots going on in the paddock on Friday at Imola. Alfa Romeo retained Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi for 2021, which was a surprise for me actually. I thought they'd go for Schumacher or Ilott over Giovinazzi. Can understand keeping Raikkonen to help with the R&D ahead of next year. George Russell was confirmed at Williams. It looks like Perez is going to Red Bull, and he said that's his only option. And we also had Norris apologising for Hamilton comments, which is harsh in itself. And Lewis Hamilton remembering Ayrton Senna, of course, passed away here in 1994. In a one and only practice session, Lewis Hamilton topped it just a couple of tenths ahead of Max Verstappen, and then another couple of tenths to Valtteri Bottas. Definitely looks a lot closer this weekend
Red Bull will definitely be in the mix, and then you've also got AlphaTauri, Ferrari, and Renault also looking strong. McLaren only set their times on the medium, so it'll be interesting to see what they should do on the softs. But it looks fairly close this weekend.
Finally, my predictions for this weekend. I think Lewis Hamilton will take pole. He's just been unstoppable in qualifying this year, however good Bottas may be. And I just can't see any other result than him converting into a win. However, I do think Max Verstappen will manage to get second for Red Bull here. I do think this will be a track that really suits Red Bull. Quite a low rake circuit. Bottas in third. But I do think Red Bull will be in the mix this weekend. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about the Imola Grand Prix. Remember to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below, for daily F1 news. And subscribe to my other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.